stones or sticks.
It doesn't matter.
The term demon finds its origins from the Greek word daemon, which did not carry any negative connotations. In fact, the term daemon means spirit or divine power. Ancient spirits and pagan gods were turned by Christianity into malevolent demons who allegedly rule legions of evil spirits. Led by Satan, they were no longer beautiful, but were now considered infested. Why were demons changed from divine spirits to the negative entities that we know today? Why does the church continue to portray them in a bad light? Although there are potentially thousands of demons, the Lesser Key of Solomon names just 72, who were supposedly conjured by King Solomon to build his temple. But just who or what are they? Are they malevolent evil spirits with the intent on bringing terror and pain to the world? Or are they simply spirits or individual divine powers? Opinion is definitely divided. Many don't believe in their existence, while many others believe they are pure evil and shouldn't be messed with. Do demons possess the living? Can they interfere and influence our daily lives? Are the historic texts used as a gimmick in order to sell fear and control? Do demons sell more tickets? We at Haunted Connections are challenging the myths and legends of demons.
Hi, we are live on Demon Connections.
Oh,
This is behind the scenes at the minute because Jane's not actually ready.
I was
just-
sort of.
She was, but then she thought, oh, I've
Then
got
she
to burn some
listened to
incense.
me.
Yeah, the object is don't listen to Amy.
Right, that's okay.
Okay,
Right, got that going.
We're ready.
We're ready. Hi everyone, and welcome to another session of the Demon Connections. So tonight we're looking at Zagan, who is the 61st demon out of the 72 demons in the Lesser Key of Solomon. So we're doing Zagan because not the last demon, but the demon before that, he gave us the number 61 for the next demon. So we're doing Zagan tonight. So anybody who watches regularly, you know how we do this. So the first part is just me giving a bit of background information of what we know about this demon. This information's out in the public domain, so you can look at it yourselves if you want to. So this is just the general information, and then after that we will do some experiments. So I'll get my glasses on, find my torch.
Torch on.
Might be too bright. So Zagan, he is a great king and president, appearing at the first in the form of a bull with griffin's wings, but after a while he putteth on a human shape. He maketh men witty, he can turn wine into water, and blood into wine, and also water into wine. He can turn all metals into coin of the dominion that metal is of. He can even make fools wise. He governs 30 legions of spirit, and he's a fallen angel. He makes men clever and witty, turns water into wine, blood into oil, oil into water, wine into water or blood. He can turn copper into gold, lead into silver, and metals to coin. So he's a protector of people who perpetuate fraud with fake means of exchange. So he's depicted as a griffin-winged bull that turns to a man. After a while, other interpretations portray him as a bull-headed man with the wings of a griffin. So he is a demon of counterfeiting and deceit and lies. So we'll have to watch that one.
No false fibres.
Yeah, no lies. The other names that he's known by is Zagan. So he's He's able to manipulate his own body. He can use these techniques to improve his bodily characteristics to superhuman levels, even beyond any normal illness. It can reduce one's need for sleep and sustenance and extend one's life. He can survive wounds that would kill normal people, and he can even use their magic to heal his own body. He knows several attack spells. It shows a preference for lightning spells from a series of lightning bolts with several scattered tendrils that can shock a small group of enemies, a lightning bolt that causes an explosion, and a spell that causes targeted lightning to fall from the sky. So there's a bit more on this chapter than was last week.
Last week there's only a few lines.
Yeah. He's able to create constructs of electricity, spears that on impact can incinerate a human being, and angels, shoot lightning from his hands, create balls of electricity that can vaporize angels. Very handy. So he's Zagan's speciality as a demon is the use of magic to protect himself directly. He is very adept at strengthening his body and tends to find magic to enhance his physical blows. He does this by gathering and condensing mana around his fists using a magic circle. Other spells. So he also knows a variety of spells He also knows a variety of minor spells, including flight spells, minor flame spells for lighting candles, heating spells. So I've got a candle here that he can light. Healing spells, spells that repair or remotely move objects, a spell that extinguishes flames. So in order for it to... Is that your chair?
Yeah.
So in order for him to come and work with us, we need incense and a scry mirror. So if you notice, we have actually set everything up on the scry mirror.
That is the scry mirror.
And of course we've got his sigils. So we've got... Just let me talk to it here. So we've got the sigils on the table with candles. So we've got 2 candles burning. We've got one that's not burning. So maybe first we ought to ask him. So I have summoned him, and this room doesn't feel very nice tonight. It feels very uneasy.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
It feels very...
And can
It
you
does
reach
feel
over to
very-
the ramp on, just turn that on, please? Because I forgot to turn it on. So we've got Amy and Ante. Ant's back tonight because he's not at work.
Hey!
Amy, we just can't get rid on her.
Thanks.
We got the ramp on top of the fireplace there. So it doesn't feel very nice in there, Jane.
No, I don't. I did have a bit of an headache earlier, but it has sort of come back with a bit of a vengeance.
So do you think that's because of him?
I'm not actually feeling him directly, and I can't actually see him yet. But it's almost like it's building.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
it
Well,
just
so,
doesn't.
if anybody, people watching, sees a waft of smoke going through the camera, the incense burn
Do you want me to move it?
cone
Let me
is
put it
burning
over-
to the left of the camera. So
I'm
if
going to put it behind Amy because then it shouldn't blow on anybody.
just in case people think it's paranormal, it ain't.
It
So-
smells very nice. Doesn't it?
It does.
does,
It does.
yeah.
Actually, it does
Is
smell
that
nice.
jasmine? Very nice.
Yeah.
So, let me just see what we are.
Dealing with.
I can't actually see him yet, but this feels like a very intense sort of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll ask him if he'll just come and do some, if this is you, which I believe it is, because we haven't had one that's not come. So can you, as you're able to manipulate
This-
frames.
This
Right.
was virtually going out a minute ago, but it's kind of got bigger. The flame was on this. I'm just saying.
So we've got 2 candles that are lit and 1 that's not lit. So we're asking you if you could put out the 2 candles and ignite the 3rd candle. Because he's supposed to be able to light candles and also extinguish them. So can you put the candles out? Any candle.
I've just got a shiver. The clicking is the heater.
Can you put out the candles?
That little one is flickering more than, but then you don't know if that's natural, do you?
No.
Because the wax.
I do feel that there is a male presence, and it is a very strong, intense energy.
Does anybody else? How's everyone feeling? How are you feeling?
I must admit, I've got a bit of pressure around the top of my head now.
Yeah.
That wasn't there 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I've just dropped my glasses.
Other than that, I feel all right.
Right, you go, Amy.
I feel fine at the moment. I feel okay.
I've got butterflies.
I've got a really strong headache, and it is getting worse. So it feels really, really intense, but I still can't actually see him yet. But I do feel he's here. I do feel that the energy is sort of moving around.
To me, it feels a lot different to all the others we've done.
There is a slightly different feel, definitely.
It does feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Feels a bit.
I'm really getting butterflies now. I'm quite nervous now.
I feel all right.
I'm just hoping that he turns my bottle of water into wine.
Have you got your bottle?
I've actually got it.
I'll put it on the table then.
You
We'll
ain't
see if we
driving,
can-
are you?
It's a minute down the road.
Yeah, so we're asking, as you've come to join us, we're asking if you will work with us. So we've got several things on this table. So can you put out the candles? Can you extinguish the candles? And the candle that's not lit, can you ignite that candle? We also have a bottle of water on the table. Are you able to turn that into wine? Are you able to turn it into oil?
I think it'd be more financially beneficial if it turns into oil.
We also have
It probably
dowsing
would.
Wine's
rods.
cheaper than oil.
Yeah.
We also have copper dowsing rods on the table. Can you turn those into gold?
They are mine.
Eric says, can you show more of the table?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the table.
So you need a bit more light there so you can see the dowsing rods.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Ant's bottle of water. We've got 2 candles that are lit and a candle that's not lit. So we're asking Zagan, is that your name? Or Zagan? To put out these candles to ignite the 3rd candle, to turn the water into wine.
See, someone is here
Yeah,
and he's strong.
yeah. There is. It's when you say strong, it's like it's very intense. Can you
And
do
you're-
any of these things for us?
And you're feeling fine?
Yeah.
I'm actually shaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something behind me, but because I can feel something touching my back, and it's not the chair. It feels like I can feel something that's like doing that
Mm.
because my
It
back's
just
not
feel
even
like
leaning
it's-
up against the back of the chair.
No, when I'm sitting here, I can actually feel I'm shaking on the chair.
Can
Was
you
that,
show
was that your
yourself?
chair there?
No, that was my foot.
Okay.
Can you show yourself? What's that noise?
That's underneath us. That's
I thought
Oh,
it
right,
sounded
yeah.
like-
Well, 2 floors down.
No, it's my old office directly below us.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like coming up the
But
stairs.
there was a tap there, dear.
There was a
It
tap
wasn't
over
the
there.
heater,
Yeah.
No.
because it was a deeper tap.
Emma Straw says, my chair was shaking in the doll room on Friday night.
Say again, can you come and let us know you're here, please? Can,
All I can see is a flame. It's a flame on a black candle. That's all I can see at the moment. So I can see I can see quite a he's blown that candle out, but I can also sort of start to see part of his face now. But he's got quite a strong beard, quite a big beard almost. But he has got a sort of a helmet on as well. But there's horns, 2 horns sort of going up. It reminds me a little bit, the beard with the sort of helmet. It is a little bit like Gimli off Lord of the Rings. But there's actually horns coming up out of the top.
Do you know what I was thinking of? You know, is it I can't remember his name. It's Rich something off Flash Gordon's something like him with a big booming
Oh,
voice.
Gordon's alive.
Yeah.
Gordon's alive. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it is that sort of big, really full beard. But he doesn't see, he's not particularly, he's quite grumpy with it. He's not particularly happy, but that's not because he's angry with us, that's just his nature.
so it's
So
totally
he just,
different to
he's
last week.
moody, I'd say he's moody.
Totally different feeling in here to last week. I'm
Yeah.
quite nervous. I am shaking.
Yeah,
You are
he
shaking, I
is,
can
he
say
is
that.
sort of quite moody and not particularly happy.
Out of all the 25 that we've done, if he's going to affect one of us, it's going to be him tonight. To me.
So can you, thank you for showing yourself. Are you able to work with us? Can you do any of those things for us? It doesn't have to be all of them, it could just be one. Can you put the flames out on the candles? Can you ignite the other candle?
Oh, ringing in my ears.
I've got pressure on my head as well.
Yeah, I've
I
got it
feel
around my
like
eyes
I
here.
think
Around
he's
here.
I
affecting
feel like
us.
my head's being sort of pushed down.
He's affecting us quite strong, I think.
And it's giving me sort of neck ache up the back of my neck and into the top of my head. That's where it's sort of
Mine's around my eye here, around the eye centre.
Yeah, that's what. Can you turn the water into wine? These are things that you are supposed to be capable of. Now, if that's not true, can you do something for us? If this is an interpretation of what people have written about you that's incorrect, can you let us know?
Is he just going around the room then?
I feel like he's sort of standing over there. He's sort of stopped now. But he is very,
What's that?
very strong, very.
I've gone deaf in my left ear.
Sorry?
I've gone deaf in my left ear.
I feel like my jaw is aching for my ears.
What you
Oh,
what you
well,
looking at?
no, it's because I went, you what?
So there you go. Can you come and do something, please? I actually think you're affecting all four of us in different ways. And we're here. Jane's invited you so we can talk to you.
That's the shop downstairs.
What talking?
Yeah, it's talking. It's like the smoothie maker thing that we've got.
I can't hear that. I thought I heard talking.
They're talking outside.
My ears are.
They're ringing.
It's like when you've had earphones in for a long time
Yeah.
and the pressure
Just the
sort of
pressure in
builds
your
up,
ears. Yeah.
and then you feel you've got to take them out so your ears can breathe.
My ears feel like they've got that bit.
So can you do something for us? I feel like he's just standing there. What's that?
Oh, it went right the screen went
That's
back.
because
I do feel like he's just sort of standing there and he's got sort of his legs slightly apart and he's resting sort of like on a sword.
It smells like it's burning.
It might be that incense burning.
Is he tall?
He's not tall, but he's sort of.
6 foot-ish.
No, he's not that tall. I'd say he's about, I don't know, 5'5", 5'8", something like that. He's not. I feel he's bigger than me, but he's not particularly tall.
Oh,
I don't feel he's bigger than me.
It's like, no offence, James, it's not a lot smaller than you.
I do feel he is bigger than me, but he's not.
I've got grandchildren taller than you.
Yeah.
And they're maybe 5.
Right, well, I've got a couple of people have mentioned some. Jan Child, she says, "Who are you talking to?" Is it Zagan?
Zagan.
Zagan, the 61st demon out of the 72.
Eric Thompson says, "Or is it like being underwater, the pressure?"
It just feels weird. It feels like when you've had your earphones in for a long time and you have to take them out to let your ears breathe.
And a couple of people, Sarah Edwards and Emma Shaw, says, "Did the screen just go black?" But
That was because my son just phoned me saying,
yeah,
picture off.
yeah.
I am shaking. My whole body is shaking. I can feel it. I don't know why.
He is. He's sort of giving off this real sort of intense energy. but I don't know if we'll get. He does seem a bit reluctant to cooperate.
Will you communicate with us, please? So that's this board. We put the planchette in the middle of the board. Will you spell out things or go to pictures for us? Tell Jane, if you will.
He's not saying anything. He's just.
Come and work with us.
Let me take this off here. Do you want to try your board?
Yeah.
Just try it anyway. Just see if he'll do it.
So about whether we want to get in position. Can I move my chair? Okay.
Can I just blow? Oh, we've got a bit of candle wax on there.
Yeah.
Will it go over?
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay, can you move this planchette, this little circle on this board for us, please? If you just move it, we know you'd like to talk to us. Can you do that for us, please? So just move it. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, do you want to spell out something or do you want to go to a symbol? Look at all the symbols. What's that?
FA.
Oh.
Flora.
What does it say?
Flora.
Falora. What's Falora?
It's spelled it out. Okay then, Flora. We'll have to remember what that says and Google it later. So what does Flora mean? Can you tell us what does that mean? Because we don't understand that word. Me.
Is that your name? Is that or is it?
Yes.
Can we check? What is he? Other names? His name?
Zagan or
Zagan.
Zagam?
Is there other names that the? Is it just
Well,
that?
we've found that before, haven't we? We found that they don't like the names that we know them as, do they? But they've normally been something similar.
Well, that's nothing.
Okay then, is that what you'd like us to call you? Can you confirm? Okay, thank you, back to Mill.
Can we check?
You just having a look now.
Let's have a quick look.
It's-
Google.
Come up with a pizza place.
Hungry.
So what's his name?
And
Zagan.
a lot of names as well. So
Alright.
it seems to be a common surname kind of thing.
Is it not a place or?
I don't think it's a place.
Okay, I'm quite happy to call you for Laura. Okay then, will you go to a symbol so Jane can read out what you mean?
Is that the sun?
The sun. Okay, back to the middle for us. So you've gone to the sun. So Jane will read out what that means.
We had a big table before. Father's Son. Father's Son shines his life-giving light upon all things, bringing us together as one family. He is always there for us, even when clouds try to block him. At this place on your path, is it important that you stay positive and optimistic, even if things are not going well. Learn what it takes to be a true leader, one who puts the good of all ahead of self-interest. Do not lower yourself to petty gossip or criticism that is not truly constructive. Make every effort to learn the truth, even if doing so makes you or others uncomfortable. Once you learn the truth, be aware that sometimes it is best to say nothing and wait for any others involved to become ready to hear the truth. This is the art of discretion, and it requires much bravery.
That's quite apt. That is, isn't it?
Sense, isn't it?
I mean, the thing about the light and that, I mean, it does say about lightning, and you know, is that a form of his light?
Okay. So, does he appear to you a bit happier than we're calling him by that different name? He's just still
No.
grumpy.
I mean, is that the truth? Are you telling us the truth?
Oh, because he lies, doesn't he?
That's not, you're not lying. Are you telling us the truth? Because we don't want to communicate with you if you're going to lie. We only want the truth.
So do you want to go to another symbol so you can talk to us? So, mountain lion.
You can't add that before, have you?
I'm not sure we've had so much.
Mountain lion. Mountain lion appears when vigour, strength and hunting skills are needed. She is the ruler of her kingdom. When we need courage, we must call upon the mountain lion, for she is a brave warrior, willing to fight if necessary. She symbolises dignity and grace as long as she feels appreciated. Others will be attracted to your energy now, so make sure you look at things from a higher perspective. You do not have to have followers to be a leader. Take some time alone. When you meet Mountain Lion on your path, it is likely that your courage is about to be tested. It is time to confront your fears about aggression. If you are overly aggressive to begin with, Mountain Lion's appearance is a warning to rethink that course of action, because you may soon meet your match. If you have avoided taking action because you feared it would lead to confrontation, even when you should have stood up for what is right, you may soon get another chance to prove yourself. Are you giving us a warning? Do we need to have courage? We've not had that before, have we?
Owl.
Owl. Owl teaches us to find the right path and to follow it, no matter how dark the night. When she appears as your power animal, it might benefit you to learn from the night, when things are hidden from normal sight. Examine and understand the dark side of life, or your training as a shaman will be incomplete. Owl is wise, but she is also fierce. She is impatient with frivolousness, and will swoop down on anything that exposes itself to her piercing gaze. Owl is here to tell you that there is no time for fooling around. Behave in such a way that you would be proud of your actions were known by those you respect the most. Owl symbolises that you will come to the attention of an authority figure, one who can help you on your path, but only if you are found suitable. It is time to get down to the business at hand.
That makes sense. Gone to Thistle.
Is it a thistle? Is it paws?
Well, was that somebody's stomach?
It weren't my stomach.
I
It
don't know if
wasn't
it was
mine.
mine. I
Mine.
don't know if it was mine.
Okay.
Might have been mine.
It doesn't
what
seem
was
to
it?
be doing. It doesn't. Is it?
It's playing on the
Is-
screen. Let's see if I can get it up.
What was it?
The thistle.
Thistle.
I thought it was a dandelion. I did.
Thistle. You may be worried, angry, and defensive. Now, thistles attach themselves to us like negative experiences from our past. Sometimes we're aware that something is sticking us, but we are not sure what it is. The appearance of thistle is a reminder to get in touch with what is bothering you about the situation you're asking about. You may be dragging past hurts, disappointments, and compulsions around with you. Be aware that it may be a time for austerity. When there is a sticky problem to be solved, call upon the thistle. Put a bowl of thistles in the room to drain out melancholy and anxiety and replace it with healing energy. So all these do seem a sort of bit aggressive and sort of negative, don't they?
Lightning.
Oh, lightning. Stones. Oh, my head. The gift of fire is said to have come in a lightning bolt from the Great Spirit. Lightning symbolises unexpected events from on high, seeming to come out of nowhere and possessing the power to change lives. Continue on your path as you have been, but be flexible, ready, willing, and able to take advantage of new opportunities that will come in unexpected forms. They may be new, revolutionary, and inventive ideas and concepts, or they could come through people, offers, challenges, or other gifts in countless forms. One thing you can be sure is that you can expect the unexpected. If you welcome the new as a liberating educational adventure, you can be sure you will make the best use of the exciting time lightning symbolises.
What's that? Carnelian.
Carnelian got its name because its colour is similar to that of meat, as in carnivorous. On the Pathfinder, its appearance usually means that strength and courage will prevail. It may also appear when barriers of time and space and discouraging news threatens to stop you on your path. If this is true for you now, it is necessary for you to look below the surface of things in order for you to know exactly what is really going on. For things are not what they may seem. There is no reason to give up unless and until you know exactly how things stand. Once you do, Carnelian can help you regain your courage. It can also help you regain the drive you need to pursue your goals. You may soon be giving birth to a new project or fleshing out an existing one.
Went to north,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
North.
North.
It's going round in a circle around north.
I think that's right at the front, isn't it?
North.
Mhm.
North signifies wisdom and knowledge and the ability to teach and learn from each other. It is a place of darkness and enchantment. where the long nights may help us to appreciate life's mysteries. North is associated with the earth element. From the north come gifts associated with work stability, practicality, and patience.
What's that on?
Bones.
Bones.
There is nothing more magical than our existence as spirits and pure consciousness living in bodies of flesh and bones. Bones have always been invested with magical power. They remind us that beneath the surface of life lies our mortality. It is time to delve deeply into the underlying structure of your situation. Do not be afraid of what you might find. Become aware of beginnings and endings. Become more aware of where your support comes from, how things flow and fit together, and all systems and connections. Do what is necessary to keep things healthy. Get down to the bare bones of your belief system. Now is not the time for superficial conversations or people. It is time to demonstrate your desire to understand life at the core. So what is it that you're trying to tell us? Do you have a message for us?
F.
What is your message?
Yeah. O. L. L. O.
Follow.
A.
A.
D.
Not spelling anything, is it? You've lost me.
Follow. Add or
Stop.
A. D. Z something.
Antique.
Oh my god.
What do you mean follow? What do you mean follow? What do we need to follow? You got somebody's chair?
No, I'll move my foot.
I've not moved.
No, it wasn't my chair. It was the chair, definitely.
It might have been my chair. Because I was moving my leg. Do you have a message for us?
Is he getting agitated?
It doesn't feel very nice.
Who do you want us to follow? Who do we need to follow? Can you spell it again for us, please? What's that?
Buffalo.
What buffalo?
Buffalo has the great strength we all need to endure overwhelming forces. The migration of the great ocean-like herds made up of thousands of buffalo were important as the seasons to the Native Americans who dwelled on the Great Plains. To them, buffalo was life. Their hide was used as teepees, ropes, and to keep warm, while their meat was eaten fresh or dried to help them endure the winter. Every part of buffalo was used And the spirit of every animal killed was honoured, for the great gift she was from the Great Spirit to the people. But fate brought an even more overwhelming force to threaten with extinction both buffalo and the people who lived in harmony with her, taking only those they needed. When the first Europeans arrived on the Great Plains, there were tens of millions of buffalo. By the 1880s, fewer than 1,000 buffalo had survived senseless slaughter at the hands of the pioneers and the railroad workers. Buffalo is a survivor. Today, there are over 100,000 buffalo remaining, a fraction of what once was, but a significant improvement. So all these sort of things seem to be about strength and endurance. Can you tell us a message? What do you want to talk to us about? What do you want to say?
What's on malachite? I think that's what it says anyway.
Yeah.
Malachite owes its rich green colour to the presence of copper, the first metal used by our ancestors for beads and tools. On Pathfinder, it's...
What?
Oh, I just wondered what you... I just...
No, I've just come over all itching. Like there's
my
ants.
Yeah.
neck is... feels
Like
like
There's
my head's
ants
been-
all over me.
My arm's been itchy for a while.
Its appearance usually means that success with money investments is near. It may also appear when feelings are lacking. Feelings of lacking are blocking your path. If this is true for you now, concentrate on things you have available for your use, not just on the things you own. Copper conducts electricity, but it does not own it. Let your past successes empower you. Do not dwell on the past disappointments, just learn from them. What we do not have are things we fear or do not understand yet. Abundance is an attitude. Malachite can help with the implementing of any new business ideas.
Okay, can you spell out a message for us, please, using the letters?
Stay.
Stay true.
On. Your
Stay true on your path. Oh God, my neck feels like my head's being pushed into my shoulders.
Have you come forward today to give us the strength and the courage that we need to complete this path?
patience.
What was that? Was that
Patience.
a symbol?
No,
No, just
the word
the word
patience.
patience.
I think this is more of a warning for us to don't come off the path that you're following, because there may be people try and tempt you away from it or go like take a different path or something. But it's saying
Are we going in the right direction?
there might be somebody that might
Okay.
tries to steer us off the path.
Are you giving us a warning? Okay. Is there someone going to come and try and stop us? Is that
Is that a human or a demon? Is that a human or a spirit?
That weren't me.
No, I don't think that was my tool.
Is that someone living? Is that someone living who will try and stop us?
Is it the whole planet?
Maybe we have to wait and find out.
Are you telling us the truth?
Is it a religious person?
Can you tell us their name?
I think that's for us to find out.
Disharmony. Can you tell us the name of the person that's going to try and stop us?
R E L I G I O N.
Religion.
Is that all religions?
Mm. So what do we need to do? That's 2. A. Stay.
He's already told us this already.
Stay true. Is there someone who we can turn to help us? Is there someone who's willing to help us? FU. FU. F. Not making sense. Fuff. There's not a demon called Fuff, is there?
But there's a demon called Furfur.
No. Are you telling us the truth?
Do you think he's not then?
No, I'm sort of. I get the impression that he's not being sort of entirely cooperative. He really he's just not really that interested in sort of helping us. But the atmosphere in here feels really heavy and really quite intense, and he's just giving off this.
I must admit,
This
I
energy.
wouldn't like to be on my own.
No.
I'm not shaking
but
now.
although he's not, although he's sort of giving us some answers, it's not sort of forthcoming like some of them have been. It's proven to be quite hard work.
Truth.
He's quite intimidating.
Is it?
Did you want to come here and speak to us? Or are you only here? So you're only here because we asked you and it was your time.
Yeah, I do feel
Yeah.
he's quite reluctant to sort of come. We've invited him.
Are you trying to scare us then?
No.
Do you want to leave? Yes. Oh, you can leave any time. We're very grateful that you've come and just sort of talked with us a little bit. You're very welcome to leave any time you want to.
Do you know the number of the next demon that we should talk to? Use the numbers. I didn't see that.
39.
We haven't
39.
done that one yet, have we?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
39. Thank you very much for that. You're welcome to leave any time you want to.
Go.
So,
Go.
go.
Mm.
Are you going now then? Any final words?
It's about as subtle as a brick in the face, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, I feel he's going.
Anything else?
I think he's gone.
It was a bit abrupt, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, but he was that sort of reluctant, didn't want to be here in the first place. But
Right. And straight away it feels different. I think it feels different today.
yeah, I've got a massive headache, and it's
So-
feels like my head's been pushed down into my shoulders.
So what do you reckon, Jane?
I think he's been the hardest work so far. I think the messages all seem to be sort of a warning nature and of strength and arrogance and you know it just seemed to be that. I mean, I'm glad he showed himself.
Was that on his part?
What's that?
What warning and strength, or is he saying? Was he giving us a warning?
I think so. I think he was. I think he is quite strong and powerful, but I don't feel he wanted to harm us. But it was just more like showing.
That's the way he is.
Yeah. But I think he could. Upset you if he wanted to. But even just his energy, his presence, which was really quite intense, was affecting all of us.
Mm.
We've not, there's not been many that have affected us and in a sort of negative way. But again, it's just been completely different, hasn't it?
They're very noisy downstairs.
So
Oh,
yeah, it's been good. It's been
I think it's good because it's different, and if we got the same sort of answers every time,
Yeah.
it'd get a bit boring.
But
Wouldn't
he was quite reluctant to be here and to do anything. But all the messages seem to be about, say, warnings and strength and.
But even they make sense because the further we go,
Yeah. But he's just different again, isn't he? But I've got massive.
Thing is, we have been told before that not all of them will work with us anyway, won't they?
No.
So
that's right.
if he's one of those that wasn't going to work with us as it is, obviously he came because it was his turn. And as you said, it was literally all about strength and courage.
Yeah.
Was it a reflection of him as well as a warning to us? Who knows? But I think the fact that he came and he said his bit, what he needed to, wasn't particularly cooperative when he didn't want to. and that's it. But I think he's the only one that's affected all of us, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Normally it's one, maybe two people.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Amy,
Well, he didn't.
you're sitting there very quiet, which is not like you.
Yeah, I don't really have that much to say. I mean, it's just that I don't think he really affected me like he affected you guys. I had like a bit of tinnitus and I had a little bit of an aching around my eye at one stage, but that was about it.
And the REM pod went off as well, didn't
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah, I always
That was quite
find it the REM pod interesting when it goes off for a little bit. Then
does it
and
go off
stops.
again?
is it still on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with the REM pod.
There is now. I just broke the aerial.
That's just about the error, but never mind.
But
Poked it.
before then, no, there was nothing
There's
wrong with
nothing
it.
wrong with it. So
No.
I think it was good. I think we're still learning.
I think this
Everyone.
room does feel really intense. I am quite looking forward to getting out of it.
Yeah, I think it was fascinating as always.
It was interesting,
And I
definitely
do
interesting.
think I do think the more we do, we are going to come across perhaps entities that want to stop us finding the truth.
I
Now,
found
because if we're showing demons aren't bad,
Mm.
there's others that are bad.
I found it very interesting about with all the symbols that we went to, well, what he went to, should I say, they were very relevant in some way or another.
And there are symbols we've not had
Before,
before
yeah.
because they've always been sort of more sort of encouraging and
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
open and light-hearted
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But these were all different. 'Cause
very
these
different.
were, some of them were quite darker, weren't they?
Yeah, very dark.
Darker and more sort of aggressive.
Which fitted into the way
it
we
was,
we
yeah.
were feeling.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I do feel he did sort of tell us the truth. I didn't think he lied to us.
No, I think he sort of twisted the truth a bit. But yeah, it wasn't.
It was like he
definitely
gave us the
wasn't-
bare minimum that he
Yeah.
had to.
Mm.
But yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been another good session.
So okay then, you can talk on a bit. I'm going to stop the live feed. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, so join us next time. I'm feeling really tired though.
It's
Join us.
strange, isn't it?
It has. So join us next time. We will be looking at demon number 39. So we look forward to that.
Yeah.
So it's been very interesting. I think we will all be glad to get out of this room tonight because it feels completely different. Very heavy, very intense. I've got a massive headache. It's just, but it goes along with the job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So can't complain. So yeah, just look out next time and